Paige and I are excited to see the new movie by Warner Brothers, Cats and Dogs.
Well, the cool thing about this movie is that the whole idea is that the cats and the dogs have to put aside their differences to achieve a common goal.
It's a great theme. I think it's a theme that every child needs to learn at some point, and it's great to see it in a movie, I think.
Well, that's the other thing, too, is I love when movies are subtly teaching concepts that we're trying to teach at home anyway.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the cats and the dogs, if they can get along, there's hope.
Right. I know. And in the summertime, especially when not everybody's home, and then, of course, you know, if the weather's super hot and everybody's cranky, I mean, it can get to be kind of bad in the household during the summer. So what are some of the things that you do to promote peace in your house?
Well, I find that giving them chores in the morning, like, okay, you can have breakfast. First of all, you have to have set meal times.
Yeah, you do.
That's the first thing, because otherwise you've got all these people having meals at different times whenever they get hungry, and then you can't get them all organized. It's like trying to herd the cats in one direction, you know. I mean, like, so I say, okay, breakfast before 9, then from 9 to 12, they've got chores. And you know what? It really seems like when they have to go off and do their own thing, by lunchtime, they're just so grateful to be done that they've kind of lost the will to fight. I mean, most of the time, yeah.
That's a good idea. Either that or you do your morning educational work, you know.
That
so
too.
It's like summer school, PJ school or whatever.
I do that in the afternoon.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because then at noon, then we'll go to like the pool or something. We'll go do something fun. And then, you know, what I call arsenic hour, which is like around like an hour or so before dinner, when you're just like, you know, when they're little and you're just like looking at the clock going, when is my husband coming home? Or when is it almost bedtime? Like you're counting those minutes till bedtime. And so I find that we have like private, quiet time in bed where they're reading, or they've got like a little homework to do if they're not, you know, sometimes if they're tired, you send them in to do the reading and then everybody's like,
yeah.
And then it's dinner, and then you do something like after dinner and then bedtime. And it's like, oh, I got through the day. Nobody killed anybody.
Well, I think, you know, a lot of kids don't want that kind of structure, though, in summer, and they battle it. And I think as they get older, it gets harder, because as they get older, they start really not wanting that structure. They've been structured all year long, and they want their downtime.
Well, okay, here's my deal with that. The teenagers and stuff. I told them, I said, if you want your freedom, these things must happen first.
Right.
So I tell them, yeah, you want to go do whatever it is you want to do, 9 to 12.
Yeah.
I have you.
Yeah.
And they're so busy with that. Like, now, there's times when I give them chores to do that they have to do together, and that's when you really hear the fighting. When Lola and Kate have to clean their room. Now, there's six years between them.
Right.
And I hear Kate go, Lola, you have to clean everything on the floor. And I have to clean everything that's higher than the floor, which means make the bed.
Right.
Right? It's really uncool.
Yeah. So what happens when you have two kids who are really going after each other? What do you do then? Do you separate them? Do you have special things that you do?
Typically, I do have to separate them first, because usually they're like not willing to start trying to reconcile right away. So if it's bad, I will make them go do work. Work is just like my cure for everything. I make them go do something that they don't want to do. Sometimes I have to put them in their own rooms. Sometimes I put them on timeouts on the steps, and they can't get up until they can say 5 nice things about the other one.
Yeah, I've done that.
And they have to give a hug and a kiss before they can get up.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like this.
I know.
Like that. Like
I've done that before, and sometimes that takes hours.
Oh, yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. I can sit there for hours.
Yeah.
But lately I've been finding, and my sister and I were like this, when we got sent to our own rooms, we became so desperate that we would like stretch out into the hallway. We'd have most of our bodies in our rooms, but we'd be stretched out into the hallway playing a game together, like Connect 4 or something. And we were put in our rooms because we couldn't get along. You know? And so I find that like a forced separation, all of a sudden they can get along.
I don't know. We have such an age difference between our two children that they just kind of coexist, and there's not a lot of interaction. I actually would prefer to see them fighting with each other.
Would you?
I would.
Okay, well,
rather
come on
than
over to
just
my house.
ignoring each other, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather see more interaction.
Yeah.
Like that. And we try to orchestrate interaction between them.
Yeah.
Not fighting, obviously, but, you know. You guys go to a movie together.
Do you make them do chores together?
No.
Because sometimes I think having to cooperate with one another to achieve a goal.
I know, but when you have one that's significantly older than the other, then the older one turns into the boss. You know, the boss. You know, and it becomes very uneven that way.
But you can say the younger one has to tell the older one what to do, and the older one has to do it.
Like that will fly.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Everybody's got a currency, so you got to figure out what the other one cares about.
Yeah.
And say, well, if you want this,
right,
play nice.
So we want to hear from you also, what you do to keep the peace in your house during the summertime. Go to mommycats.com or our Facebook page, and be sure to see Cats and Dogs by Warner Brothers. See Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore with your family. Coming soon to a theater near you, July 30th.
Oh, dude!
You broke a new one?
No, totally.
I'm keeping that one for you.
Hopefully that'll work. Maybe Gretchen, give us a clap. All right, that works too. There we go.
What do you do to keep the peace?
There we go.
Huh? Alert! Your mission, should you decide to accept it, will be revealed at HQ. This squirrel will self-destruct. But first, a little dance.
Sure you okay, Big Shot?
Fine, good. No, not good, not good. Yeah, I'm gonna barf.
Welcome to Dog HQ.
3 hours ago, we intercepted this transmission.
I will enslave all mankind!
You can't begin to imagine how dangerous she is.
It's our worst fears come true.
We have no other choice.
Meow. Cats and dogs will have to work together.
Oh, boy.
Your new collar is fitted with the lockpick, netting, helium neon laser, and this is yours.
Sweet. What's it do?
Hold your name tag on your neck.
What the? I love being a spy dog. I can't see. Billboard.
I'm too old for this poop.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope, had it right the first time.
Oh, jeez.
Don't be scared. I'll hold your paw.
Is it true if I tickle your tummy, your foot will shake?
Nah, that's just a myth.
All right, that's enough.
Oh boy, that's it.
This is historic. 3 species putting aside our differences to solve a mystery.
Call me old-fashioned, but I preferred it when we all hated each other.
Wow. Hairball.
Oh, right, the dropping floor thing. I've seen one of those.
Some help here?
Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore.
Kitty, I'm home.